All right, baby. All right, baby. What's up, guys? What's up? What a goddamn ride. We got a lot to talk about. I want to try to make it as short as possible because there's not much to say other than it looks like we're about to rip higher. We'll go over what we went over real quick last time. I don't know when I made the video. I probably made it somewhere here. And we talked about how the first 20 days of June can be a shitstorm, be very volatile to go from here up to the zero line. And it did it in literally the most toxic possible way. Normally, if you do this and then you drop down, you normally stop somewhere here and then go higher. And this did some wicked overextension, insane overextension, for two reasons. One, because it's stabilizing for the flash crash later in the year if we make this gigantic rally. And two, because it hit the SPY 364 glitch trade. I thought this would have been the end-all be-all, that once it hits it, it would have been from a big flash crash. This was not it. The glitch trade happened on January 25th down to 364 and change or something like that, right? And we literally, it's very rare that that happens. Usually we'll chop around like this would break to the high or something, and then you would have flash crash down to it. And we just chopped down to it. That's very, very rare. Very disgusting that it did that, but it did that, and it instantly activated off of it. Not only that, the eclipse literally did reverse everything. It just did it in a very weird way. Yeah, it just did it in a weird way. Blow off bottom would rip out. How you know that it activates off of this? One, because of how violently it reacts with it. As soon as it bounced off of it, you could see how it violently bounced off of it on the 5 minute. Bounced off, retested right here, bounced off. You see how perfect this sine wave is? And it activated right on the zero line really violently, 2.5%. Also, the Q's got a glitch trade exactly right there, dark pool trade, 2% up pre-market right on it, which is very, very indicative of something clicking, which is very, very strong, very, very good to see that. And it didn't even retest lower. It's just up and to the right. It's already trailing positively. That's very, very strong. It means the trend is already violently going up. It's showing you the strength of what we see on the daily and the weekly of extreme violent reaction with the with everything going on. The most important thing that we saw was the VXN. There was a glitch trade on the VXN on the Fed day. Okay, this is a very specific thing. Either it's a magnet or it is a opposite momentum where it basically fills a gap so that it can explode higher. So either we were going to go straight down to it over the next 2 months, or this is a gap fill for momentum, and then it literally rips, which with this size, it would literally break COVID's high, period, in the next 2 months. If this is true to form to the upside, we would break COVID's high within the next 2 months. But then you use the levels of fear, the persistency of how oversold everything is, the probability that happens is insanely low. And we were expecting something like this to be, like we were literally expected for it to literally drop. I said I want to see it drop below here, 22.9-ish, or the low of the year, and we literally get a glitch trade to the low of the year on VXN, which is basically the same thing for the VIX, that it would drop to the yearly low. Like, look how perfect that is. Like, it couldn't have been more perfect. And as soon as that happens, you get a reactive move, which was the day after the Fed, which was like the worst day of the year type of thing, absolute complete washout. And then it goes up, touches the zero line, and instantly fails. You end up getting another glitch trade intraday. Boom. So it ends up getting another glitch trade because it's quote unquote failing on the zero line, and then red, 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 red. And now we're looking for the failure here. We're looking for the next impulse wave in the market to confirm that this is this. And if that's that, I'm not saying that the Qs, the NASDAQ is going to go to all-time highs, especially because it's the NASDAQ and they've dropped so far. I'm not saying that it's going to go to all-time highs because the VXN is going to go to yearly lows, but I'm expecting like at least 350, at least these gaps. And I think that you'll fit the gaps, hit the gaps, pull back, and then probably blow through it briefly. I don't think we're getting up here this year, but S&P, I think we could get to all-time highs. I actually think we get to all-time highs on a SPY. I'm not going to say we will, because it's kind of troll to say you're going to go to all-time highs within 2 months, 60 trading days or something like that from here. It's just kind of troll. It has the energy to do just that. So I'll leave it at that. It has the energy and the wave dynamics and the glitch trades and everything to do just that. If I had to do it, play it out perfectly, I would expect us to rally violently into the first half of July. And I want to see some sort of volatility event July 10th to July 25th-ish, which you have Apple earnings, you have all the earnings. Apple earnings is on the 25th. You have the Fed meeting, I think, the day after. And then you have the GDP print, the last July 30th. And then you have the CPI print early in the July 12th. So I want to see the next 3 weeks absolute face ripping move. I don't know how high we go, but I do want to see us break 420 before the middle of July. And you want to see some sort of volatility event in the middle of July. I think that happens because it's setting up for a massive move going from the end of July into August, which would probably be a positive GDP print. If that's the case, you're looking for a positive GDP print, no recession, and then the whole world just loses their shit, and you get this massive pump wherever it starts from, wherever it goes to. And it's going to be absolutely insane. It's going to be absolutely insane. Everything is set up for it. UVXY has a pattern where it's breaking the 20 SMA on the daily right now, which is very, very bearish, breaking below this in a big way, which we're actually up 0.5% right now. So this is the way UVXY generally breaks this successfully. The way it was doing it, where was it? Also this right here, this line, this was kind of like the line in the sand. This wasn't it. On the 26th is the way it moved, and this day and the 31st, this wasn't it on a clean breakdown. It moved very weird and not healthy. It was very, very resilient. Touched it, exploded off of it, dropped right into it, bounced off of it. It was like red overnight briefly and then dropped down, up the whole entire day. It was like very, very trying not to break it. That's a very clean way to fail through that of what we want to see. I think this is the handoff between the bear trend and the bull trend in the market. It allows the VIX, like negative derivatives, to maintain their momentum while the market rallies. It kind of does something like this. If this is COVID, you get a move like this, you get the spike, and then a big, big rally in the market, and then you release the energy. It's like the VIX is, think about it as a stock. It spikes up, stabilizes up, and drops. All of this is bullish to this wave here. So all it does is it spikes up violently, kind of floats downward, and then kind of slingshots all the energy up. So this, if it moves very, very violently in a short period of time, or a specific kind of pattern with a specific kind of pattern in the index itself, it's more so a stabilizer for something like this. Okay, I've seen them a lot. I know what they look like. I know what they are, as opposed to specifically the 2018 correction. I specifically said that this was not exhaustive. This was more of a stabilizer. This move here was more of it setting up for a move in the future. And the entire time the rally in 2019, I didn't trust it for a good reason. It did exactly that. So again, something like this move here, that just happened, this wipeout in the market, like UVXY is literally not making new highs here in the correction structure, and yet it was insanely violent in the stock market. This is the type of move where it spikes up and then drops big. It stabilizes the momentum for a much bigger wave in the future. This is what it does. This. So again, we're looking for a massive rally in the stock market. Absolute face ripping everything. Bitcoin to over 40,000. And also the memes. The memes are actually set up for absolute insanity going to the next 2 months. I can see it right here, stabilized right here on that NFT news or whatever. It's the exact same price right here. Drop, fails, blows through it. It gaps up here. Does this. Everything is based off of this line right here. And you can see it gaps up. It's stabilized here, stabilized here, dropped, and it did this little quick boop, fails here. This is kind of like a failure candle to consolidate, and that's exactly what it did. It consolidated in that area, and now we gapped above it right here in this really, really tight coil these 3 days. Like, what was it doing these last 3 days? These insane violent candles and then just dying, right? Super tight, super coiled, going right into this area here. You're looking for the gap up tomorrow with the market, and you're looking for it to absolutely rip. Tomorrow, Friday, June 24th, and next week is very important. You want to see these start moving big. And I didn't even know until tonight that AMC is getting included into the Russell 1000 tomorrow. It's like, oh, that's funny, because it actually looks like it's absolutely about to rip. Gigantic. This thing looks insane. Huge violent sell-off into the zero line, into a huge activation. I was looking for that end of day, and we got it. Red, green, neutral, green. Look how violent. Non-trending ADX. It looks insane. Looking for some sort of a violent move here with AMC. BlackBerry had earnings. They had created this gigantic candle off of this glitch trade on some news. I forgot what it was. Then they had the Google news, broke the downtrend, and just decided to come all the way back down because it said, fuck you and your calls. Good thing we have September calls, and went down. So we were looking for this to break out tomorrow. This breaks out tomorrow again. Really, really, really conclusive. Yeah, what else? I mean, everyone's so bearish. It's insane. Everyone's shorting every single week. You should be buying every single week. If you've been making money to the downside for a lot, please think about changing your direction. Not financial advice, but it's definitely prudent. If you see this break, you really want to start thinking about changing your thesis, because what's about to happen is actually going to shock the world. People don't realize what's actually about to happen. Why do you think the Russell had a 5% glitch trade higher for absolutely no reason on the Friday before it failing? Oh, do you mean that it was the peak down momentum? It was the peak down momentum right there before it broke down. So as it broke down, it started trailing positively. So as it broke down, it was actually a blow off bottom and instantly started to reverse. Insanely toxic movement, insanely disgusting movement. But that's what ends up happening. It's stabilizing for a fucking huge crash. So you're going to get this. You're going to get something disgusting type of movement. So again, you could see it. As soon as it did it, you could see it better on the Qs. There you go. Huge drop. That was the peak. Went down, bounced down, smaller. And now you're getting the positive wave coming out of it. Qs above the zero line. And we can resume what should have happened at the end of May. UVXY should have gotten crushed, but it didn't. It was behaving very weird and stupid. The market was up huge and it did that. What the fuck is that? That's not this. That's not this. What the fuck is that? Right? Market, like, it should have got crushed. Right? So we will see tomorrow if it's confirmatory or not. Right? We want to see the market do something really big to the upside, and we want to see UVXY get crushed somewhere in the next 2 weeks. Well, the next week specifically, but also the next 2 weeks total. You want to see the market go up strong. You want to see UVXY get crushed really hard. That is confirmatory, and you want to see it stick. You don't want to see it happen and then instantly it reverses the next day, the next week, whatever. Like, that stuff needs to stop. As soon as it stops, the whole rally should be confirmed. Like, it's not just, oh, it's going to rally huge to here and then start crashing again. No, the whole thing is confirmed, because we hit the glitch trade and the VXN did the glitch trade. So yeah, very, very important. This is actually, honestly, I don't believe it, because I've never seen anything like this before. It's unreal to imagine that we can actually go to all-time highs in the next 60 days. It doesn't make any sense. It makes absolutely no sense. I understand, like, even I don't believe it, but I'm telling you, it's what I see. It's what I see. I don't make things up or try to like conform to what I believe in or something like that. It's literally what I see with the waves. There's so much up momentum. I can't explain it. It's literally all-time highs within 60 days. It doesn't make any sense, but we'll start to see. if this happens, if it starts to go, we'll see if it has legs, which I believe it will. And I'll probably make a video once we get above 400, 420 to see how this looks. And also the meme starting to rip face. All right, have fun out there. This is going to get absolutely insane. It should look and feel like 2020 for a 2-month period. That's what the thesis was at the start of the fucking year. Sometime this year, once this all plays out, which took literally forever, that it should look and feel like 2020 for a brief period of time. And I think that's what we're going to get. Also, the R complex didn't even break new lows while the S&P broke new lows. It's very, very indicative of like a changing tide, especially in the small caps or the stocks that quote unquote don't make money. They don't have profits types of things. Why would that happen if the market or inflation's not topping type of thing? Like there's so many stocks that look so insane, ready to rip. DMI is crossing, rejected the MACD cross. Whoop. SARK. Also, we talk about TARK and SARK. When you release new ETFs, it's time for those ETFs to do well. And they release two times ARK stocks. The SARK just looks disgusting, blow off top. That's happening. I think that it's going to like at least here, which puts the market like just way higher. Push it up at least 50%. I think we'll blow through that too. Like this will probably be where all the volatility happens in July. The drop, the bears go, haha, I told you. And then we get this huge rally in August and we're like, wait, what the hell is going on? Some shit like that. So we'll work with through as it goes. But yeah, GG's. Good luck out there. Almost there. It's actually insane what this did. And not only will you make money on the upside, but you'll make money on the downside because I know I will be able to time the top of the market. I just know I'll be able to time the top of the market. Nobody's going to see it. Nobody's going to understand it. And the fact that that's your advantage of knowing that it's actually going to happen if we get this rally, that advantage is literally it's priceless. Absolutely priceless. So I don't know. I'm sure there's other things I want to probably talk about. The VIX itself touches the zero line, instantly fails. So tomorrow's a huge day. Does it bounce? Does it fail? If it fails, this is going to get wrecked. Also, there was 50,000 puts bought for July 21 strike. Where was it? Yeah. 92,000 for July 21 puts. One of my alarms went off. That's a lot. 21 put. Someone's betting that the market drops really, really hard really soon. So, all right, guys, GG's. Have fun out there. This is going to get insane, man. Don't be surprised. If you're a bear, don't be surprised when this happens. Don't be surprised. All right, peace, peace, peace.